Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm doing Friday night again. I keep bouncing back and forth between Friday and Saturday. So hopefully you guys will see that I'm here today. I hope everyone had a good week. So I'm going to get my list ready. So I got my list and I got quite a bit of questions about Henry Cavill. So I'm going to pull up my list. I don't know why. I didn't realize Henry Cavill was this popular. So we're going to ask about him. We're going to ask about Henry Cavill. How's everyone doing? All right. So some of the questions that I got for Henry Cavill. Hi, Persnickety. Yeah, you made the live. Happy Friday. Yeah, I keep bouncing back and forth between Saturday and Friday, so I can't make up my mind. So I've got lots and lots of questions about Henry Cavill. I hope you had a good week, Persnickety. All right. So the first question that I got about Henry, the person wanted to know, I know. Hi, SL. Yeah, it's Friday already. I know. Isn't that crazy? It's like going like that. Just crazy. The weeks go by so fast. I will be dipping out for pizza night with the family, but wanted to show up to help your algorithm. Thank you. Thank you. And enjoy pizza with the fam. Okay, so Henry Cavill. We're going to ask some questions about him again. So the first question that the person wanted to know is if he is still together with Natalie, which I guess is his girlfriend or was his girlfriend. I don't know. So I don't follow. Hi, Penny. Happy Friday. I'm back on a Friday. Oh, hold on. I have an alarm going off here. So, I don't follow like celebrity news. So I may watch, I may learn stuff on YouTube or whatever. Like I have YouTube creators that I watch, but I don't really follow, celebrity news unless good to see you too, Penny. Yeah, I think it's been a couple of weeks since you were on, right? It's good to see you too. So if if a YouTube creator doesn't talk about it, then I don't really know what's going on. But let's ask if he's still together, Henry Cavill. Let's ask if he's still together with Natalie. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Well, hi, David. Happy Friday. I don't know that they're officially broken up yet, but they're really close. there's a lot of, stress going on in the relationship, a lot of arguing. So if they are still together, I don't think it's going to last much longer. I'm not seeing it being in a good place right now. So I'm going to say, I feel like maybe they sort of are. Like, I don't know that they've actually said to each other, that's it, we're done, and completely walked away. I think they're still talking about it, arguing about it, I guess I should say, because I see a lot of arguing and stress with the relationship. So I don't think, but it is on its way out, the breakup. So I think that's coming really soon. I don't think it's quite there yet officially, but it's not really in a good place right now. So, and neither one of them feels really good about their relationship, how it's gone or where it's presently at. So I don't really see them happy. And I think they probably should just, walk away. It's not doing good. I'm not seeing it doing good. So that's too bad. It's not fun going through a breakup when, when you've been involved with somebody for a long time and then it doesn't work out. And that's always hard. Well, another question was, when will they break up? Let's see if we can get a timing. I feel like it's going to be, I did have a good week. Thank you, David. I hope you did too. I feel like it's probably going to be at the point where they're broken up. I'm hearing 4 months. So I feel like they have probably a little bit after the holidays. So, yeah, I'm hearing 4 months. And then they wanted to know if Natalie works. I'm not sure why we want to know if Natalie works, but I'll ask if Natalie works. I don't know. Yeah, you're welcome, David. Let's see if Natalie works. I'm not sure why we want to know that, but let's ask. I want to say she hasn't been working, but I see some sort of a job or something coming up, soon. So probably within the next 6 weeks. Is Natalie in public eye? I don't really know. I don't know. I don't even know much about Henry Cavill. The only thing I know is what I'm asking, that, people will add comments in the chats on some of my past videos. And that's really the only thing that I know is, get another alarm coming off. Okay. I don't know about him, but she is close friends with our least favorite person. Who's that? If she's not, then it's none of our business. Who is she best friends with or close with? With our least favorite person. I mean, I can think of a lot of people that fit that description. Who's she friends with, SL? I don't know. I don't know who you mean, because there's a lot of people that would fit that description for me. Meghan Markle. She's good friends with Meghan Markle? Oh. Why? Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith? Is she really? Again, why? Okay. That's weird. I don't know. Who is this Natalie? I mean, is she an actress too, or I don't even know. I don't know. Circle of friends. Well, then she's probably being affected by the negative, that the dark that's on Jada, allegedly. Because, Jada's got a lot of dark. Here we go talking about Jada, and I'm getting my selenite. She's probably being affected by the dark from Jada. So that's too bad. I hope she doesn't. Well, anyway, whatever. People got to do what they got to do. She needs to do some clearing. That's what I would say. All right. So what else did they want to know about Henry? Has Henry worked with a new love before? They practiced together. Ugh. That's, why do people get involved in this stuff? I don't understand. I don't understand. That could be why Henry's had kind of a run of some bad luck. That's too bad. He needs clearing. He needs to do some clearing. I don't know why. Yeah, very dangerous indeed. I don't know why anybody gets involved in this stuff. I just don't. I don't get it. It's just such bad news. Bad news. I don't know. Some people like that. I don't know. Bad news. That's all I have to say. So that's probably why Henry's had this run of bad luck, because if she's doing that, with Jada, I mean, I feel bad for him, because when I focus on him, his his energy is light. It's very light energy, not dark. It's light. That's too bad. So I know I picked up on a previous video, I think several previous videos, that he was going to meet a new love. So this person is asking, has Henry ever worked with this new love that I previously saw coming in for him? Has he ever worked with this new love before? So let's ask. I still can't believe that, allegedly this Natalie is, involved with that stuff with Jada. That's not good. All right, so let's see if this new love that I saw previously in previous videos, if Henry has ever worked with this new love before. Hollywood is yuck. Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, it's dark. It's all dark. Dark energy, dark stuff going on. Not good. I wouldn't want to be in it. Well, this is interesting. I don't think that Henry and this new love that I've seen on previous live streams, several, I think I've asked about this. I don't think he's previously worked with the new love that's coming in for him, but I think they will. So no, they have not previously worked together, but I think that they will. I think they may know each other at least as acquaintances. Hi, Jess. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'm sure I just butchered it. I'm glad you like the live streams. I love hanging with you guys. You guys make me smile. Best part of my week. So I think that they will work together, and I do think that they know each other. So, you know, I think that they know each other, and this is a really good person. It's going to be a good relationship for Henry. I mean, gosh, I wish I could get a hold of these celebrities or people, whoever I'm doing ratings on. I wish I can get a hold of them and just say, listen, this is what's going on energy wise, do some clearing. So if anyone feels, like they would want to send some nice, positive, healing love energy to Henry, that would be nice. But, I do think they know each other, and it's going to be a really, really good relationship. And I do think that they will work together. I don't think they have in the past, though. So, I mean, I can feel that person is like right there. It's so close. It's so close with them getting together. Oops. What happened to my list here? There we go. All right. Okay, so then the person asked, does this new love coming in already have a career? So let's ask. Man, that new love is like right there. It's like right there. So close to coming in. Let's see. Well, of course, it's not answering my question. What it is talking about is, I'm going to say, hi, Maria. Maria from UK. Hi, happy Friday. I'm going to say that I do think the new love does probably work because I'm seeing that they have their own financial income, their own money. So I'm going to say yes. But what it's really telling me about is it's really telling me about, I'm going to say allegedly, Natalie. I think when Henry finally does, you know what? I actually think he knows the new love coming in. I think they've met, they know each other. I don't think they've worked together, but I think that they've known each other, whatever, run across each other, maybe at events or something. But I think this is Natalie, and I think she, kind of suspects that he might be, wanting or talking to someone or interested in someone or something along those lines. Boy, is she upset. And I see here's that, here's that dark magic, allegedly. So it's not good. I mean, oh God, it's not good. So that's kind of what he's kind of caught up in right now, and still more to come. God, I wish I could get a message to him. Do some energy clearing, Henry, because, but I'm going to say to the answer to the question, yeah, I do think she has her own money, so she probably does work. It didn't quite answer that. It just says she has her own money. I don't know. Maybe she came from a wealthy family. I don't know. But okay, so the next question on Henry is, what's next for Henry? So before I ask that, though, my husband brought this up, and I thought this would be a good question to ask because this might tie in with it. I'm going to ask, my husband said that he had read somewhere that Henry might be being considered for a James Bond movie. That would be cool. I think he would be a really good James Bond. So I want to ask if Henry will ever be in a James Bond movie. Wouldn't that be fun? He would make a really good, he's a good actor. I mean, he really is. I think he would make a good James Bond. So let's ask if he'll ever be in a James Bond movie, because that might be sort of what's next for him. But let's see. He's being considered. I think there's been talks. It says he would be a really great James Bond. I already kind of feel that. Yeah, he would make a really good James Bond. Yeah, I agree. So there's definitely been talks with whoever the powers that be are that would make the decision if they 007, yeah. Whoever the powers that be are that would make a decision, like, I don't know if it's the producer or whoever makes the decision. It's like a team. I can feel like a team kind of discussing maybe different options, different people, whatever. They're kind of split. I feel like there's part of the team that feels he would be really great. And I think then there's a part of the team that feels, he may not be a good fit. But I'll tell you why anyone would feel this kind of stuff is because of this dark energy that he's got going on, being affected by all of that. So when you have like some dark energy that's either being aimed at you or whatever, sent to you, and you're being affected by it, it's the only goal that it has is to cause chaos and make things not go right for whoever it's focused on. So, until, oh my God, I just want him to get some clearing. That's what I want for him. Anyway, he's got that. I think he is being considered, but there's a part of the team that doesn't feel like he would be good. But I'm already hearing the reason that they're feeling that way is because of the dark energy. That's what I'm feeling. If he is not able to get do the clearing or somehow get better with that, I feel like maybe no, he may not be a James Bond. I feel like, really he's got to do some clearing because it's that negative energy that's kind of making this stuff not exactly go right. But they're split. There's definitely like part of the team that feels, yes, he'd be great. And the other part, no. And so there's kind of a conflict going back and forth with the people on, the powers that be, whoever these people are that are making this decision. So, I mean, he would be really good at it. he would be really, really good James Bond. I mean, I can even see him as James Bond, like if he were to get, approved or signed or whatever you want to say. I can see him being really, really good. I think he would be one of the more popular James Bonds. Because people have different opinions about which one's the best or which one they like the most or whatever. I think part of that is the writing too. So, some of the writing for the stories. I would love to see him as James Bond. I think that would be great. So I'm just going to ask what's next for Henry. And then we're going to move on to some other topics. All right. So what is next for Henry Cavill? Do you think there would ever be a female James Bond? I know that's a strange question. There have been suggestions it might be a female James Bond at some point. Wow. That's interesting. We'll ask that. That's really interesting. I'm kind of feeling no, but we'll ask in just a second. So what's next for Henry? See, right now he's in a holding pattern, and it's because of this woman. I mean, he's got to work through, he's got to finish this breakup and get through all the drama that's going on. Then he's got to get himself kind of rebalanced again. So right now, not a lot going on other than just trying to get through, this relationship that's not going well. He's not particularly feeling great about himself right now. He's a little thrown off balance, which again would make sense because if he's got some dark energy or magic or something on him, targeting him, then that is going to throw you off balance. So, see, he's not even aware to what extent this is even happening. He's not even aware. But he's got to get through, this whole drama of the breakup. And one good thing is I eventually see him starting to get more balanced. So I do see him, things starting to get better. I'm hearing about 7 months before he starts getting to like a point where he's feeling things are going a little bit better for him. So I guess that's not too bad. That's not too far away. But man, he's just got, things are going to get better for him. That's the good thing. I just, right now, the main thing going on with him is not much other than the drama and the negative stuff going on with this relationship. That's really what I see, mainly happening for Henry right now. So that's too bad. It's too bad. Because I can really feel his energy. He's got such a nice, beautiful light about him. It's a shame. Let's ask David's question. Let's ask if there ever will be a female James Bond. So what would they call her? Jamette? Jamesette? I don't even know what's the female name of James. I don't even know. Unless it's like supposedly they do the storyline like maybe she's Jamie Bond. Hi, Ashley. Maybe Jamie Bond? Maybe. I don't know. Unless they play it off like maybe they make up the story like the female would somehow be like a relative, cousin. I don't know. because it wouldn't be James, right? It would be, but it would be a Bond. So let's ask if they'll ever do a female James Bond, like a Jamie Bond or something like that. That would be interesting. You know, it says that it would actually be a really good idea if they did. Lara Croft is pretty much the female James Bond, Indiana Jones, so doubt it. Well, Lara Croft is more like Indiana Jones, but the female version. But James Bond, I think, is a little different. But what they're saying is, what the cards are saying is, it would be actually really, really good if they did. I think it would be well received. Hi, Karina. Hey, Karina, if you send a super chat, I can ask your question for you. So I think if they did do a female James Bond, like Jamie Bond or whatever her name would be, I don't even know. I think it would really, really be popular. So you can click on below. There's like somewhere on the screen there should be a button to press for super chat or something like that. And I see the movie being pretty successful. Jodie Comer would be good. I'm not sure who that is. I'll have to look her up later. But the movie would do really well. It would be very successful. If they were to do that, they already have someone in mind. So somebody must have brought up that, like, you know, hey, I was just thinking, you know, just throwing it out there, spitballing. What about a female James Bond at some point? And whoever brought it up has someone in mind. So, but, you know, if they decide to go that way, they're going to really keep it hidden until, you know, it's a done deal. I mean, like the contracts and agreements are all signed and all that. So I mean, I think it's been talked about, but it's not saying for sure. I kind of feel like there's again, whoever the powers that be are, this group, this team, some are in favor of it, and then there's some who are not. They want to stay with tradition. But I kind of feel like they should just go for it, because I'm telling you, I see it being really, really good and popular. So they could, you know, now have, like, I don't want to say a spin-off, but like the male James Bond and then a female one, and they can do kind of both, you know, and I think that they would both do well. So that's interesting. That would be interesting to see. I'd like to see that. They should go for it, especially in this day and age. Yeah, I agree. So that was all about Henry Cavill, James Bond, all of that good stuff. All right. So now I had somebody ask, we're going to switch topics now, switch people. We're going to talk about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Hailey's another one that's very dark. So I've got my selenite in my lap. So one thing that the person wanted to know is if Justin and Hailey Bieber will get divorced. And I know that I've asked this on previous videos, but you know, I think it's been a while. So let's just ask and see what it's showing now. Like if there's been any changes in the energy or, you know, something. Let's see. Yeah, I think I did too. But let's see if they're still on track for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a yes still, but it is showing that, I don't think Justin's real happy. And, so he's not happy. Here's the answer to the question, if they'll get divorced. Yes, which I've seen, before. But he's not happy, he's pretty stressed and going through, I think, a little bit of a depression right now. What's interesting is, I don't know about interesting, but you know, Hailey is going about long, like life is great and, no worries and whatever. I know she likes to cause drama. So I'm seeing her, but she's kind of like in her own little world. It's all about her. So she's like in her own little world and just going along, whatever. But he's pretty stressed, I would say, with their relationship. And other things too. He is in a depression. That's what I'm seeing. But I am getting that, yes, at some point they will. However, it's not going to be for a while. Let me see if I can focus on a timing. See, I'm still getting a couple years. I'm getting like a year and a half to 2 years. So I don't think it's yet. I don't think it's yet because I still feel them together for a while. And this is saying it's going to be a while before that actually happens. So, um, you know, it's not right now. Do you think Justin knows how dark Hailey is or the magic? Well, that's a great question. Let's ask that. That's a great question. I know that, if you're trapped in it or like bound by it, if somebody's sending something to sometimes you can't see on a spiritual level, you can't see or pick up what the person is doing because that's being hidden from you, if that makes sense. Because whoever's sending it doesn't want the person to know what's happening. So they will build in like a almost like a fail safe or a loophole or something so first of all, the person won't figure that out. But if they do, then another thing will kick in to override that. So if they try to clear it or whatever, something else kicks in. That's been my experience over the years that, when I've seen people do this, that's what they do. So let's ask that though. Let's ask if Justin Bieber knows. Oh, hold on. I've got an update popping up on my screen. Yeah, let's ask if Justin knows that, how dark Hailey is and, all of that stuff about her. Like, does he realize? See, a lot of people don't know about this stuff because it's on a spiritual energy level. So a lot of people don't know how that works. They may know that they're not feeling good or they're, feeling bad or something. But do they really know like why or what's happening behind the scenes that's making things like that? I don't think a lot of people know about that. So, I wish I had a megaphone and just announce it to the whole world because I wish everybody knew about this. But let's ask if Justin does know. I kind of feel like I don't think so, but let's ask. Not right now. He doesn't. Um, kind of again, it's saying here, this is saying it too. He's kind of trapped in, I don't know if she's doing spell work, allegedly. I don't know. But he's kind of like in a binding, he's trapped, spiritually speaking, on a spiritual energy level. So he's not able to pick up on that. And then you put on top of that, if he's that kind of person that doesn't really understand how this stuff works to begin with, he's really not going to know, right? Here's the interesting thing, though. Eventually, someone is going to say something to him who is familiar with spiritual type energy and magic and all of that and how that works. And at first, he's going to be like, oh, get out of here with that. Like, what are you talking about? But then he's going to start thinking. And he is then going to start, I think, recognizing and understanding and maybe believing. Because that's another thing. Some people just don't believe. Maybe they hear about it, but they don't believe. So, yeah, I think eventually he will. Not right now, though. He's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck in it. Good people question themselves first, and it takes a long time to realize. Yeah, for sure. He knows about that stuff because his mom sold herself to get him fame, but probably doesn't know how Hailey does it. Well, but does Justin know that his mom did that? Does Justin know that his mom did that? Right? He may not. I don't know if he knows that. He has such a light about him. I agree. So surprised he doesn't even have an idea of the things being done to him. Well, again, though, I mean, your emoji says it all. Again, some people don't really understand, or they can't wrap their head around this kind of thing. A lot more people are becoming familiar with it and learning about it, getting knowledge about it over the last, couple decades, especially the last decade. But still, there's people who they just don't get it, and they can't wrap their mind around it. And they think, can that really happen? Can it really affect me? But I think he is going to know. It's just not yet, because he's like, I feel like he's in a binding, like he's got a binding, allegedly, which I just heard now. I think that's allegedly, I think that's the only reason, or one of the reasons, that he ended up married to Hailey, is the binding. Allegedly, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, you're teaching me a lot. Oh, good. Ashley heard what? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm going to ask about that too, Ashley. I agree, though. Justin Bieber, every time I focus on his energy, it's this beautiful light. See, here's another thing too, and I know that I've talked about this before. I always sound like a broken record, but dark doesn't like the light, but it's attracted to the light to try to take the power, number one. That's the first thing. The second thing is it wants to extinguish that light, extinguish it. So it's a love-hate relationship. I don't even want to say love relationship. So the dark is always going to be drawn to the light to take its power, number one. But then the second part is, to try to extinguish that. So, so whenever you have that really light energy, beautiful God, love energy person, a lot of times that they will have something, dark that's trying to, come in and extinguish that light. Does Justin Bieber do music for Post Malone? I heard Post Malone buys Justin's music and auto-tunes it to sound like himself. So you mean that, because I do have that question here. So you mean like just maybe music that Justin Bieber has already recorded? Why would Justin allow that? Let's see. Oh, I got to turn it this way. So it's rumored that Justin Bieber actually writes and records Post Malone's music, and they deepen his voice. So is Post Malone's music actually his own music and voice, or are they paying Justin Bieber? Oh, I gotcha. Are they paying Justin Bieber? Wait a minute. Oh my God. Okay. Are they paying Justin Bieber to make Post Malone's music and auto-tune it to make it sound a lot like Justin Bieber? That's interesting. So I hadn't heard that, but again, I don't follow stuff, but let's ask that. And I don't really know who Post Malone is. I mean, I've heard the name. I don't really know who that is. Let's ask. This is an interesting question. So I'm going to ask it just like that question was sent to me. Does Justin Bieber actually write and record music that is auto-tuned to make it seem like it was Post Malone's music and singing? Let's ask that. I'm getting a no. But I'm also feeling a black. So hold on a second. Let me just try to do a quick clearing. I'm getting a no that I don't think that Justin Bieber has actually literally recorded, written a song and recorded it, and then Post Malone used some kind of technology to auto-tune it to make it seem like not like Justin Bieber. So I'm getting a straight up no, but I do think that Justin Bieber has recorded or written, not recorded, written some music for Post Malone. So I do get that. And this is interesting. This is probably where the rumor came from. I'm getting that it was either Post Malone or maybe someone on his team, his agent, who knows, his handler, whatever. Someone at some point in time said to Justin Bieber that very thing. Hey, could you, like, maybe he was writing a song for him and they said, listen, can you record the song and then sell it to us and let us auto-tune it to make it not sound like you, to make it sound like Post Malone? I'm getting Justin flat out said no. I'm not getting that is going on or that has happened. I do get a yes to allegedly. I do get a yes that I think Justin Bieber has written some music for Post Malone. That I do get a yes, but not you know, not where he's actually recorded and then Post Malone like did some kind of auto tune or whatever the equipment is that you can change someone's voice. I don't, and actually, when I was focusing on it, right when I was first asking the question, I kind of felt like a loud no from Justin Bieber's perspective. So I was already kind of hearing that. And then this is flat out saying no. And I'm actually getting an image of Justin like in the past where someone had a conversation with him to do just that. So that I bet there was a few people in on that conversation and somebody leaked it. That was really what's going on because somebody asked Justin. I feel somebody asked Justin if he would do that, record the song and whatever. And he flat out said no. I am getting a hard no on that. I don't get that. I do think he's written some songs for him though. And again, I don't really know a lot about, I don't know anything about Post Malone. I mean, I'm assuming Post Malone is a pop singer or, you know, songwriter, musician, whatever, because if Justin Bieber maybe is writing songs for him, they've got to be kind of similar. And I think Justin Bieber's what, like a pop star, isn't he? Like pop music? I see, I don't even know. I could be completely wrong on that genre, but yeah, I'm getting a no. See, I'm getting he is a mix mash of pop and rap. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I gotcha. See, I'm getting that when I'm literally asking if Post Malone is really, even if it's not Justin recording the song, is he having anyone else do it? And I'm getting a hard no on that too. I think Post Malone is really singing in his own songs. I really get that. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting that he's having anyone else do it and then, you know, auto tuning or whatever. I'm not getting that. Not getting it. And I'm also getting about Post Malone that he has several people that he'll use to write his music. Allegedly. I don't even know that I feel I think Post Malone may contribute or collaborate with other songwriters. I don't know if I feel that he's done any, now I could be completely wrong, but this is what I'm picking up energetically when I'm focusing on that and on his energy. I don't know that I'm getting that he has written any music that was solely him or by him, like written by him. I think he does collabs. That's what I'm getting. And then some are just outright written by other people. But then he'll do collabs as well. He actually did collab with Justin Bieber. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have no idea who Post Malone is. I don't either, Dave. I'm lucky I know who Justin Bieber is. I just don't know. I don't know who that is either. Like, again, well, what Ashley said, he's what do you say? A mix of mosh and mosh. It's a mosh mix of pop and rap. So, yeah, I'm old too. I'm old too. I'm a rock person, so I listen to rock music. Now, if you ask me questions about rockers, I could tell you more. I would probably know who they were, but all right. So let's see. My birthday's next week. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Are you doing anything fun? That's exciting. All right. So I brought up on last week's live stream. Remember, I was talking about the incident with the hockey player, Adam, what was his name? I can't remember. Adam something. Where they were playing a hockey game. The opposing team, I'm a rocker as well. Good. The opposing team, there was someone on the opposing team who kind of slid like this and then kicked his leg up, like did almost like a karate kick at the neck of this Adam guy. Adam, was a hockey player on the other team. And what the blade did was, I'm not going to say it, but it did this. And all of a sudden it was just red all over the ice. And Adam Johnson. Okay. And then he was unalived from this. So, and then I mentioned last week that I watched, the reason I didn't, so one of the questions I did ask about this was if that kick was on purpose, because everyone's been online has been speculating. And it's like total polar opposite. There's the camp that feels like it was a total accident, and the guy that did the kick didn't do it on purpose. It was just an accident. And then there's this whole other camp that feels absolutely it was intentional. But then there's some people who feel that even if they feel it was intentional, the kick was intentional, that the unaliving part may have not been the intention. So, I mean, it's just been a buzz on YouTube, and I'm sure it's on TikTok and whatever too. It's been on the news and all that. So anyway, the YouTube creator lawyer that I watch a lot, Bruce Rivers, and he's on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. And I think the channel may have the acronym CLR for Criminal Lawyer Reacts, but his name is Bruce Rivers. He's really great. He's got over 1 million subscribers. So I watch him quite a bit. But he initially watched the video. Have a great night. Thank you. You too. Have a great weekend. Good to see you. So he did an initial video and said that, this is an accident. He didn't feel that this guy that did the kicking would get any charges brought against him, but because he felt like, when you're playing hockey, it's a kind of a violent sport, right? So, you're kind of assuming some risk by playing hockey. So anyway, I didn't even bother asking if the guy was going to be charged or anything because, Bruce Rivers is an attorney and whatever. Well, it's come out since then that he is brilliant. Yeah, I love him. So it's come out since then that there has in fact been an arrest. So that person that did the kick, the karate kick with his blade, that he's been arrested. So, and I don't know if he's been officially charged. See, I don't know how this works. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how this works, but supposedly he was arrested, and I don't know if it's manslaughter. I'm not sure, but he has been arrested. So then Bruce Rivers came back on and said, he heard about the arrest and he rewatched the video several times and now feels that it was intentional. That was very long-winded. Anyway, so what I want to ask is because I already asked last week if the kick was intentional. I got a yes, but if you remember me saying from last week, both me and my daughter, when we watched it, I immediately felt dark energy. Immediately. And I immediately felt that it was intentional. I mean, right off the bat, Matt Petgrave was arrested on manslaughter charges. Okay, that's his name. The one that did the kick. Matt Petgrave. He was arrested on manslaughter charges. Thank you. So, so I want to ask, I mean, I still feel, and it's come out too that supposedly, allegedly, this Matt Petgrave is a dirty hockey player. I don't know because I don't watch enough hockey and I don't know anything about that. So, but that's what people are saying too. So, allegedly. So anyway, I want to ask if this will, well, let's ask, I'm just going to ask if it goes to trial, because I think a district attorney would have to decide. I think it goes, see, I wish I was an attorney. I wish I knew this stuff. Even if, are the charges from US or Canada? That's a great question. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I wonder if it's from Canada because I think he plays for a Canadian team, if I'm not mistaken. Good question. If somebody finds out the answer, let me know. I don't know. But I want to ask if, see, so as far as England, okay. Okay, England. So if anyone out there plays for Nottingham, England, okay. So there you go. But am I wrong on this? I could be completely wrong. I don't even know because I'm not an attorney. But if police charge someone with anyone with anything, but he is a U.S. player from Minnesota. Well, I wonder if the U.S. can get involved then, since he is a U.S. like he's an American. I don't know. But anyway, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong about this, but aren't there instances where police will arrest someone and charge them with something, whatever it is, and then it's up to the district attorney's office, or if it's like in another country, whatever parliament or whatever it is that it's up to some other body of group that can then say, you know what? Yeah, I know you arrested them for it, but I don't think there's enough to actually get a conviction. So we're not going to pursue going to trial on this. I feel like that might be the case. So I'm just going to ask, and I guess this will answer both. I'm just going to ask if he will ever be found guilty of, I could say manslaughter. I don't know. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's, something, maybe he does a plea deal. I don't know. I'm just going to say, is he going to be legally found guilty for causing, in some criminal way, for causing the unaliving of Adam? Let's ask that. I hope that made sense. Allegedly, I'm getting yes. I'm getting a yes right out of the gate. Adam moved to England and played for 2 different English teams, and Matt was released on bail. Interesting. Yes, it's up to the Crown prosecution to decide if the case goes to court. Okay. That's what I was thinking. So I'm getting that I'm seeing him being found guilty. Allegedly, I am seeing a conviction. Definitely. That's what I'm seeing. Um, and I also have been seeing a lot of people, like when I watch videos, about this stuff, I'll go through and I'll read the comments because I'm interested to see what people's thoughts are and opinions are about this stuff. Excuse me. So I saw a lot saying that like there was one person I saw that said that they knew this Matt Petgrave personally and that he was devastated. I saw other people saying it was an accident and he probably is upset. I want to, should I ask that? I don't know. I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask if this Matt Petgrave, allegedly, how he feels about what ultimately happened to Adam. I can't remember if I asked this last week or not, but I want to ask that. I know what I feel. It's not good. The cards are basically, yeah. The cards are basically giving the answer that I'm already picking up, which is I'm getting a straight up no. I don't believe that he feels remorseful, guilty, bad, whatever. Allegedly, I feel it was intentional. No, I don't get that he feels upset or bad about that. What I do get that he's upset about is himself and what this is probably going to do to his career and his life. That's what he's upset about. He is having, do you ever heard the term buyer's remorse? He is feeling remorse that this happened, but not because of what the ultimate outcome. Okay. Not because he did this action, which resulted in what happened to Adam. That's not why. What he's having remorse about is that he shouldn't have done it because now it's ruined his life, his own life. So that's what I'm getting. Some dark energy there, man. Awful. It's awful. Does he feel it's part of the game? Hi, Janena? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hi, Legend. Who's Legend? Self-pity, in other words. Yeah. Yeah. Do I feel like he feels it's part of the game? No. What I'm picking up is I do think he's got darkness on him. I think he is allegedly. I think he is. I think that he knew exactly what he was doing when he did it, and he did it for a specific reason. That's what I'm getting. Have to run. Great live, Kathy. Good to see you, Penny. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'm sorry, Janena. I don't know what you're saying, but um, so I just feel like yeah, I just feel like it was some kind of a deal that was made. That's what I'm feeling. Allegedly, and that's what I picked up like the second I saw the footage. It's just really sad. Just really sad that that can even happen. Oh, there's a lot of beautiful God and love energy in the world and light. And then there's also the dark, and it's just so sad. Anyway, it's really sad. So I guess, I am seeing that, I do think he's going to be found guilty. And I don't feel remorse or anything like that. It's very sad. All right, guys. A kiss and a hug for you, dear Brazil. Oh, welcome from Brazil. Welcome. Big kiss and hug to you too. So that's really all I had on my list for this week. Yeah, that was really all I kind of had on my list. So I am probably going to go ahead and end. It was good hanging with you guys, and I hope everybody, every one of you, I love all of you, and I hope every one of you has a fantastic weekend and, gets to do something fun. I hope you have a great next week, and, I can't wait to hang with you guys again. Ask about Rachel ZEGLER. Who's that? Who's Rachel ZEGLER? Well, let me Google her. I don't know who Rachel ZEGLER is.
Snow White.
Oh, Snow White. All right. What am I asking about? Thank you, honey. What am I asking about Rachel ZEGLER? The Snow White chick. Yeah. What am I asking about her? Is she causing damage to Disney? Happy Thanksgiving. That's right. Next week is Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. I don't know if other countries celebrate Thanksgiving, but we do in America. So for all my Americans, happy Thanksgiving for next week. Well, let's ask. I don't think so. Is she causing damage to Disney? I'm going to say no. I'll ask the cards on that, but I'm going to say no, and here's why. Thank you. Here's why. Because allegedly, I got to say that, Disney is extremely dark energy. So, yeah. With all her trash talk, because a bunch of studios already cut her, so she is definitely ruining her own career. Well, hopefully. With the nonsense she's been saying. I'll ask. Let's ask if she is doing any kind of damage to Disney. I don't feel that she is, but let's ask. Let's see what the cards say. They don't like it. They're concerned about it, but they're too much of a powerhouse to be really affected in any, major way. They're too much of a powerhouse, but they don't like it. And they're right now trying to figure out what the heck to do about it. You know what? Maybe I should ask if Disney will ultimately, because wasn't Snow White now put on hold or something? Maybe we should ask this. Maybe we should ask if Disney will eventually opt to completely shelve the movie, scrap Snow White and redo it. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Yeah. So let's ask if they will, shelve it or scrap the Snow White movie that they just did with Rachel ZEGLER. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Let's ask. It is saying that it would be in their best interest if they did. It's still to be determined. It's not really, I don't think they've made a decision yet. There are, again, the big powers that be at Disney, right? And whoever makes the decisions about stuff like this, like do we get rid of this movie? Do we scrap it? Do we shelve it? Do we redo it? Whoever's making those decisions. There are, I would say, a couple of really high up execs that want to just get rid of it, scrap it, and whether they do another one or not, I think they're really, really like, that's it. She's gone too far, Rachel ZEGLER, allegedly. Just get rid of it. Scrap it. We're not doing it. We're not even going to release it now. So they definitely have people that want to just get rid of it. And it says it would be in their best interest if they did. But they're stuck. So they're stuck on whether they should or not. And I think I keep hearing lawsuits. So I feel like if they did, they have all these, I don't know, contracts or agreements or whatever that they did with all the actors, the sets, whatever. And I don't know if part of some of the agreement was, this has to be released. And if it's not, then maybe Disney's open up for a lawsuit or something like that. I'm totally speaking blindly because I don't know how all that works, but I'm getting that they're really in a tight spot. I don't know if they feel, Disney, if they feel that they can do that. And I think they're really, really, really looking into if they could really get away with that, somehow be able to do that and come out on the other end, relatively unscathed. But boy, I'll tell you what, they really want to scrap the movie. They really, really do. Yeah, they just want to be like, done. Jada Pinkett Smith says that Will Smith is not gay and didn't have an affair with his friends many years ago. Apparently, that's what she says in her book. I mean, I did hear all that. We can ask that. Do they feel threatened that Bent Key Studios are doing a proper Snow White movie? Disney can totally afford a lawsuit that they pretty much own everything. Yeah. Yeah, but I just see them not, I just see them not, there's something that they're bound by. And so they're not sure how to get out of that. I see them really wanting to just scrap it, shelve it, get rid of it. But I see them being stuck and not sure that they can actually do it. That's what I'm getting. So that's to be determined. I think if they can legally figure out a way to do it. Whatever this is that is making them feel like it's binding, if they can figure out how to get around that legally, I think they will. But I don't think they figured it out yet. So it's TBD on that. Does Disney feel threatened by Bent Key Studios? They're doing a proper. When I focus on Disney's energy, not at all. Not at all. Disney is not threatened by anyone. They're too big. They're too big. No, I don't feel them feeling threatened at all. That would be a hard no. Mm-mm. Let's ask really quick about, see, I think I asked this on a few live streams ago. Maybe it was a month ago. I can't remember now. But we did ask if, we came right out and asked if Will Smith swings for both teams, right? I did ask that, and I got a no. So, I think she is telling the truth on this one, that he's not. He doesn't swing for both teams or swing for the other team. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that. I think he did at one point many, many, many years ago, but I think it was part of the whole Hollywood thing. And sometimes doing what you have to do in order to get the right part or be put in front of the right producer or, whatever. I absolutely feel that that's how Hollywood is completely run. So, but again, see, I'm getting an image, same as last time. Again, when I focus on it, Will did not like it at all. Did not like it. No. So I would say he does not swing for the other team. I think Jada is being truthful about him not being swinging for the other team because being married to that type of man would hurt her reputation. Yeah, I think her reputation is pretty much tanked now anyway. You know when I focus on Jada, not only is it very dark energy, right? Allegedly, but she sees it that way. Yeah, but excuse me. But when I focus on her energy, besides it being dark, but I focus on like how other people are viewing her, what they feel about her, or think of her as an actress or whatever, actor, whatever. I'm getting that a huge percentage or a large percentage of the general population, whether it be the general public, movie studios, other actors, whatever, what have you, all of that, right? Really kind of feel that she is not really very talented and think that really she's the only reason that she's gotten any cred is because she's been on the coattails of Will. So that's, hi, Lena, happy Friday. So that's what I get about when I focus on Jada. That's what I'm getting. I get that they really, I'm going to say 3/4, if not more, of the general population just feel she's really not that talented. And they, I think the reason she got anything that she did is, doing dark magic, but also because she's kind of riding on his coattails. So. Plus, you confirm she is hexing him anyway. Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah. Is Jada Will's handler to keep him in line with what Hollywood expects from him? I'll ask that. But the energy I pick up from Jada is that she doesn't care what anybody thinks. Stay in line with Hollywood. Yeah, okay. Like that's the attitude I feel when I focus on her. I don't think she cares if anyone stays in line, quite honestly. I don't feel her caring about that, but I'll ask if she is his handler. I just don't feel that. I don't feel it, but let's see what the cards say. I'm getting I'm really getting that Will does not need really a handler in that way to keep him in line. I'm not getting that. I don't know what my hair is doing here. I'm getting that he is just fine on his own. So I don't get that she would even need to do that. And it's kind of like what I said. She has no desire to do that. That's I'm not, no, I'm not handling anybody. You guys do your own work. I'm not doing it. No, because, she thinks she's all that. So I'm not getting that she would even want to do that. She's more interested in, playing around in this. That's what I'm getting. So I don't really feel, this is interesting though. She has been offered. They have, I think, way back at some point, someone may have talked to her about, maybe it was even Will, I don't know, about maybe managing him or something, handling whatever. She turned it down. She wants nothing to. She wants nothing to do with that. I don't think she wants to really do anything other than what she wants to do. That's the energy I get from her. Will and that Henry are getting crappy deals from their partners. Yeah, well, again, I agree. It's unfortunate because even when I focus on Will, I kind of get a nice light energy from him too. You know, it's like a nice light. It's not dark, right? And that's what I get from Will. But the dark is always going to be drawn to the light because it's one wants to take its power, but then the other thing is so that it can kind of quash that light, right? It wants to put it out. So, that's why you see a lot of really very light souls, God light souls that have these toxic relationships because they're with somebody who's from the dark. And as much as they don't like the light, they're attracted to take their power from them and to extinguish it. So, Will's energy feels very light to me too. It's too bad. We're never going to get rid of dark because it's just there. It's prevalent. It's strong. We're never going to get rid of it. But what we can do is just make sure we're doing clearing and protections on ourselves. That's all we can do. Just do some protections and clearing and do it on a consistent, regular basis. That way, because that's what you can control. You can't really control how it's affecting other people or, you can't control that. But what you do have control over is clearing and protecting yourself. And, maybe getting the word to people that your family and friends or whatever that, maybe to do that too. So that's the part you do have control over. You can't do, like, you can send love and light and prayers and stuff to people. And that can definitely help them 100%. But unless they're, doing, I need a full show on clearing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Unless you're doing regular clearing on yourself, it's only helping a little bit, if that makes sense. Unless it's like, you know, 2/3 of the population on the entire planet is aiming light energy at you, then it could probably help. But generally, that's not going to happen, right? Um, that's probably not going to happen. So it'd be nice if that would. But anytime you send like love and light and prayers to anyone, pray to God to come in and protect them, it does help. Absolutely, it does. So it's a good thing to do. It's just that more needs to be done than just that to kind of get rid of that. So you know, it's just unfortunate, and I just wish people understood how energy works and this, spiritual energy works, and about the different types of energy and the different, you know, possibilities or things that could happen. I mean, I wish, I wish more people knew. I mean, a lot more people know, like I said earlier, a lot more people know today than even 10 years ago, but we've still got a long way to go. So I think people are starting to get it though. They're starting to learn, become more knowledgeable, which is really good, and I think it's just going to keep going up from there, which is great. I think eventually we'll probably get to a place where, you know, there's an immense shift and the balance is going to be heavier towards, you know, on the side of the light. And it's going to be, I think, much better. But don't forget that when you're trying to clear negative or dark energy, it's going to fight and use every ounce of its power to not make you successful in getting rid of it. So then there's that, right? But anyway, I mean, I could go on a tangent with this for 2 hours, but I'm not going to do that today. But yeah, maybe I'll think about doing a show just on clearing and protection, which is needed in this world. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. That was about all I had. And thank you for the last minute suggestions to ask. So I hope that you all love you all. I hope you all have a great weekend and a great week next week. And I can't wait to see you next week. It's probably going to be a Friday again, but I think I may just go back to Fridays. I don't know. I kind of bounce back and forth. I'd invest the 2 hours. Good. Yeah. You should think clearing session. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just so important. And I've seen for as long as I've been doing this, next week is Black Friday. Oh, so maybe next Friday won't be good. If it's Black Friday, people will be out shopping. Yep. Okay, so maybe it'll be next Saturday then. That's right. I forgot about, oh my God, I keep forgetting. I can't believe it's already next week is Thanksgiving. So it'll be either next Friday or next Saturday. I don't know. If next Friday is Black Friday, then people are going to be out shopping, and I probably will not do it because, people will be out shopping. So maybe I'll do it Saturday. But anyway, we'll figure it out next week. So it most likely will be Saturday. But anyway, I will be here. I can't wait to see you guys next week. And for all of my Americans out there, have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving with your family. Hope you have a, blessed time, and have a great weekend. Have a great week, everyone. I love you guys. I always love spending time with you. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys. Bye.